In a few weeks, 4 Tennesseans will make history. They'll become the first golfers to ever play in the US Adaptive Open. The USGA is hosting the first tournament of its kind at Pinehurst No. 6 from July 18th through 20th.
I'm really proud of the USGA and their willingness to kind of move the needle here in terms of adaptive golf. So often we talk about growing the game and expanding the game and making it available to more and more people. That needs to include people with physical disabilities.
The inaugural US Adaptive Open is a tremendous opportunity for these extraordinary golfers to showcase their talents on the national stage. For them, it's a chance to shift how adaptive golf is often viewed today.
We as adaptive golfers are trying to get adaptive golf out of the, oh, this is a cool video on a certain Instagram account to, hey, these guys are actually really good and can play and compete at the highest levels.
96 adaptive golfers are set to arrive at Pinehurst later this month, 4 of them from the volunteer state. They'll compete in different impairment categories made up of at least 5 men and 2 women in each. With the event on the national stage, the world of adaptive golf will get to connect with golfers like never before. And at the same time, adaptive golfers from around the world will get to relate with each other.
Especially to connect with other people that love to compete, that have more likely than not faced tremendous adversity and overcome tremendously painful things in their lives, but have the resiliency to get through it. I'm a big fan of that.
Nashville's Jordan Thomas is among the resilient. As a kid, he lost both of his legs in a boating accident, a pivotal experience in his life that he now uses to help others.
I'm fortunate to be here today, but it's sort of in that process I found my life's calling, and that I do have a nonprofit that I started in the hospital for kids that can't afford prosthetics.
The Jordan Thomas Foundation now helps over 80 kids through the age of 18 pay for prosthetics, as they tend to grow out of them every 12 to 18 months. Another Tennessean headed to the Carolinas is Brandon Rowland. The Jackson native already has a host of accomplishments to his name, the most impressive maybe being the fact he's already a member of the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame. When he was just 6, he was diagnosed with a rare blood condition called disseminated intravascular coagulation, or DIC. However, 36 years ago, it was known by a more sinister name.
It took a while to even figure out what was going on, but then they said it's called DIC, and then it stands for death is coming. Because when I had it, it killed around 95% of the people that got it.
Since then, he's won 2 National Wheelchair Basketball Association championships, multiple National Golf Championships, and is the only multiple amputee to qualify for the Tennessee Golf Association's Mid-Am Golf Championship. Tennessee is also represented by one of the youngest players in the inaugural US Adaptive Open field. Old Hickory's Luke Carroll, a 16-year-old at Father Ryan High School, is part of the neurological impairment division. When Luke was 10, he was diagnosed with transverse myelitis, a neurological disorder caused by inflammation in the spinal cord that affects how the spinal cord sends messages throughout the body. But when Luke's on the course, none of it matters.
When I'm out here, I feel like everything goes away. I don't feel any different from anyone else. I feel like I compete with anyone in the world. I don't know. I feel like that.
It's a feeling shared amongst all the Tennessee golfers headed to Pinehurst.
Golf is for everybody, and whether you have Down syndrome or one leg, or you've got problems at home, or it's a great escape.
Alex Fourie was born without his right arm, but that was the least of his worries growing up. Alex was an orphan in Ukraine for the first 7 years of his life. After he was adopted and moved to Alabama, golf was a new but welcome challenge.
Came to America from Ukraine, and the second day I was here, my dad put a golf club in my hand and kind of tried to figure it out. He had a friend who was a pro that sawed off a golf club for me, and I've been trying to figure it out ever since.
But that's the draw to golf for many of us, a lifelong mystery we each set out to solve, and there's no right or wrong way to reach that conclusion.
You can play it for the rest of your life. You can do anything with it. You can make it your own. That's what I love about it.
I think that people initially will watch this and say, oh man, that stinks that guy's missing both of his legs, or can you believe that guy's playing in a seated position, and then you'll watch these people play and your mind's going to be blown.
From July 18th to 20th, watch how so many golfers compete in unique ways. Learn their stories, ask questions, and then get ready to enjoy some really, really good golf.
So if there's anybody that sees this and says, hey, you know, I want to learn more about the foundation, or I want to be a part of this sort of adaptive golf movement, know that I'm fully on board and want to have conversations and build that community here in Tennessee, because I think if the USGA is doing it, we can do it here in Tennessee.